Tuesday, February 2nd, 2016. Let's call our commission meeting to order. Minutes and reports received and filed.
We have January 2016 recorder or deeds fees filed and the January 2016 clerk fees filed.
Commissioner committee liaison reports, upcoming meetings and events.
Let's see. Communities, Thursday morning. Open extension dinner tomorrow night. You all going out for that?
No, I'm not gonna make it. No, I'm not gonna make it either.
I heard some families because I'm doing the invocation. I want somebody else getting struck by lightning besides just me. Eastside Business Association is Friday morning. Super Bowl's on Sunday. Monday's a holiday. The day after Super Bowl.
Don't say it too loud. Gotta take a vote.
I only have one vote every year. I'd try that.
Depends on who wins.
It don't matter all the food you eat, you need a day off.
Salute to America meeting tomorrow and then CVB. That's all I got.
Are they still trying to do the small?
I have no idea. So
Carrie says they're gonna have some kind of concert there.
I wish I had a better answer for you, but I'm not in the loop. So
You guys left out the best thing. Tomorrow is Lions 60th anniversary Lions ham and bean dinner.
Did it make it 239 beans?
We went through that
ham and
last year.
beans, chili,
Chili's, hot dogs, we're delivering it to,
Every spoonful has 239 days.
yeah, we're delivering that. Thursday's community, Lincoln University 150th anniversary committee at 3. Friday's United Way's annual meeting luncheon. I got Cap Region Board retreat Friday afternoon and Saturday. Saturday is the Navy Club's chili supper, and then the Council for Drug-Free Youth Magic Show. And then Monday, Lincoln University's kicking off their 150th anniversary over at Cap Region.
Very good.
Like that.
You're going to all of them, right?
I'm
You gotta
going to most
represent.
of them, yeah.
Okay. Show up late and take a selfie.
I'll wear my crown too.
Where do you?
My helmet.
we're gonna get you on top of Burger King later.
Take a picture of that.
Okay.
You can see it
Okay,
Friday.
okay, now we have some serious stuff here. We have some esteemed gentlemen here. This is the Christopher Casey chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution, of which I am a compatriot, so. And
That means member for the people that don't speak English.
Well, gentlemen, I'd like to, if I may approach you all, I'd like to give you a certificate on behalf of Christopher Casey Chapter. We recognize organizations in the community and individuals who fly the flag properly and proudly. And we know that Cole County does that, and I'd like to present you with this certificate. And then with that, I'd just like to say I'm the national chairman for the 250th anniversary. As you know, the bicentennial was a big thing in America's history. Well, 250 years is coming up. And I was going through my records because we were meeting with some senators, Mitch McConnell and Blunt, about getting this started up nationally again. And I came through a newspaper article and a letter from Dave Goller concerning your flag. Back when y'all were called the presiding judge and judges, Juggy Schleer was the presiding judge who started the Bicentennial Commission. And his one task was for the commission was to do something with the flagpole out there. Well, we did. Dave Goller and I were on a committee, and businesses all through the community, and I'll give you this and they'll share with you the businesses, and many of them are still around, but we built that base shaped like Cole County. We had Bill Phelps out here, and then also, that was 40 years ago in May. 40 years ago. And also on that day, we recognized 52 individuals or families who owned Century Farms. They had to have at least 40 acres. And, you know, you look around, I drive out in my old neighborhoods, and all the farms are 15 acres with the house and anything along the road, as you all know, in the county. You know, a lot of the farms went that way, and I just wonder how many of those are still around. But with that, I want to say thank you, gentlemen, and I'm going to give you this article, and that way you can just take a gander at it and enjoy a little history.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Randall will put it on our wall.
I would like to point out that Paul David Schlier, presiding judge of the Cole County Court, was also a member of the Christopher Casey chapter of Sons of the American Revolution.
Great.
I'm following in his footsteps.
I don't think you could carry his luggage.
That's your friend, Sam.
I know.
With that.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. You are welcome to stay for the meeting, but
Thank
you're
you, guys.
also welcome, but thank you very much.
Thank you.
We will put it on display out on our.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I apologize for it. I'll see you tomorrow.
We're used to it, Blake.
I hate everybody similarly but equally.
Okay.
They make a movie about him, grumpy old man or something. Happy when he's grumpy.
Commission comments, bids and contracts, signing an agreement with the Able Learning Center.
For $3,500 contract.
Not letting me open it. Is that what it is that's attached?
Yes.
Control, click. Control.
Maybe I didn't say it right.
Oh, well.
It's the same as last year.
Okay.
Bill will be writing the contract.
Change the dates and then sit back.
Works for me. Keep it simple. Hold on, let me get back. This one's for Able, right?
Yeah.
Make a motion to sign the agreement with Able Learning Center.
I second.
Just a comment. Like I've said before, all these are good organizations, but I just don't feel like we can spend county tax dollars on charitable organizations, so.
I'm getting lots of other not-for-profits, not other groups asking for money too, so we're either gonna have to revamp the way we're doing it or probably stop doing it. So I'm starting to lean more your way, that scares the heck out of me.
Hey, it doesn't bother me. I mean, I've been outvoted many times, so has Jeff.
But
Not bad for that
I think
once in a
that
while.
the letter we sent out, was to let them know that this would be the last year, and then we put there that it may be the last year. So, I don't think we need to be sending out letters again saying we have money earmarked for them. If they request it, we can consider it. But I think just there's so many good groups out there. Special Learning Center. She called me last year. She called me this year. Where do you stop? You've got Boys and Girls Club who's doing things, and they're constantly trying to raise money. So it's you're going to make some people happy, but you're going to make some people angry. So
There's lots of good groups out there. And of course, my church would like to have $10,000 too. So, and we could sign
That's
some kind of
unconstitutional.
well, we could sign a contract for that too, Jill. I mean, the contracts are bogus. I mean, general welfare, I mean, you might say it's unconstitutional, but they're not for profit. just like all these others are. So, I mean, maybe we couldn't do that, but I'm just saying, you know, commissioners prior to us that started this business, and it's not for me to take other people's tax dollars and my tax dollars and give them to organizations. It's for individuals and businesses to contribute to charitable organizations, not government.
Well, I've been in the same spot since I got up here and fighting with it, but my stance has pretty much been work with the ones we have. But we're not giving it necessarily to charitable organizations. These are organizations that are providing a service, and we're contracting with them to provide a service. Crime Stoppers, I'll use them as an example. You know, we don't have to give to them. We got money in the budget, but we can vote no on it right now. So if you change your mind about it, you can vote no on it anytime. That's why the letter said we may not be giving you money next year. We've got it in the budget this year, which means we still may not give it to them this year. So you can change your mind now if you want to.
Well,
I'm sticking with the one
I think the
we
letter
had,
we
it's
sent
not in.
out, basically, you know, pretty much, you know, we're telling them we've got money in the budget for them, so, I think
Doesn't
this
mean you
year,
gotta vote for them.
well, I'm gonna vote for them this year.
We could put it in there and then take them up each individually.
I'm gonna vote for it this year. I see where Chris is coming from, and I think,
Well, we talked a lot about it at budget, and then we just put it in there and said, we'll decide it now, and put a letter that says may not, but where you're gonna draw, you're gonna get rid of for everything, because we moved some to economic development, you're gonna get rid of those too?
I think we're gonna look at them, yeah. Yeah,
Because I think if you're gonna do it, just get rid of all of them.
yeah.
What about the ones you call economic development? That's different. Or do you wanna talk about this during budget?
Well, I'm a believer in Crime Stoppers too, and I think maybe that should be in the sheriff's budget, or, there's a committee that's,
That's still county money.
well, but the city
It
also
all
gets
comes from
money
the
for
same
that too.
taxpayers. It all
Right?
comes from the same taxpayers, though. If we're writing a check from it, it says Cole County on it. Doesn't matter what line it comes from, it's still taxpayer money. So if you don't think taxpayers' money should be spent on it, then it doesn't matter if it comes from the law enforcement budget, public works, general revenue. So if you're gonna do it, get rid of all of them and just be done with it. You don't have to worry about which ones you make mad or happy. I think that's kind of where Chris was coming from. So,
I might interject. As far as Crime Stoppers goes, it is a useful tool that we utilize to be able to solve crimes for the community, for the citizens of Cole County. I understand what you're saying, but in particular, when you mentioned Crime Stoppers, I just felt like I should make sure you understand that this is...
I just use it as an
Oh, I
example.
understand, and I just want to make sure that you understand Crime Stoppers is used directly to solve crimes.
And, you know, the arts in the park ones, when I struggled with hugely, because I'm not an artsy-fartsy kind of guy, I can barely draw a stick person, so you know, maybe I need more art in my life. But they're providing a service.
Yeah. Is Crime Stoppers a joint project, with the city gives money for that too?
I couldn't answer that question because I haven't been to a meeting since my wife
I'll
passed
find
away,
out.
but I assume so.
My understanding was it was a kind of a joint city-county.
It is a joint, but as far as them giving the city giving money, I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, we'll look at that.
Call the question.
Okay. Roll call?
Sam,
Yes?
Jeff,
Yes.
Chris,
No?
And we have signing of agreement with Soil and Water Conservation District.
I'll make a motion to sign the agreement with Soil and Water Conservation District.
I second. Okay.
Will you roll call?
Roll call? Yeah.
Sam,
Yes?
Jeff,
Yes.
Chris,
No.
Signing of child Support Cooperative Agreement Amendment.
Holly gave me the amendment, it's just some language within her grant that needed to be changed. Jill has reviewed it, and she'll come down if you need her to. It really doesn't affect the operations here at Cole County, they just have to put the language in there.
So now we're set up for a second.
We're just removing section 2.9. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay. That's what
it's just
you
an
got listed
amendment
here.
to it.
I move that we approve the child support cooperative agreement amendment.
Sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
New business, accounts payable review.
And ask for approval of accounts payable. Yeah.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
First reading of budget adjustment number 1.
This is for $4,001.16. This was just a correction that we needed to do for the EMS enterprise carry forward amount. So, no action today, we'll take it 10 days.
Speaking of no action, look at this walk in.
Oh!
Sorry.
Oh.
Hey, little buddy.
Yeah,
got your second tax bill yet? No, but I got my 4th cup of coffee, so I'm full of
Oh,
something.
goodness.
I'll give him something better. Now, where's the taser?
Okay, so no action.
What do we got for, John, what we got for you?
Closed session.
Oh,
Okay.
got all kinds of things on there, huh? Is that it then?
That's it.
Anything
Are
else?
you guys here for anything?
Your closed session also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Larry?
Can we do anything for you?
I'm afraid to ask.
While we're here, just the Rika virus, I mean, can you give us an update on that, or is there anything that we need to be aware of?
It's mostly it affects people that are in, so
Okay.
you probably won't have to worry too much about it. It's going to cause us birth defects, because
Probably.
I don't think there's any,
Jeff might.
Oh, that's winter
I
week. I assure you, I'm not
There
pregnant.
is any cases in the U.S.
There are some cases in the U.S., but Missouri is not in the right temperate zone for this particular mosquito to live, but some of our southern states are having to be cautious.
Is it by mosquitoes? Is that?
Yes, that's what they think now. They haven't absolutely proved it.
Okay. City folk need to get out and get stung more.
You know what, that could be a farmersonly.com commercial.
There you go, yeah. A few more mosquito bites, a few more tick bites.
There'll be
Keep that other
cherry
stuff
butt
away.
Okay.
Okay.
I told you, you better keep going quick.
Any
17
other
cups of
business?
coffee.
The only thing I'd like to say is the list I gave you on the committees and the boards, there's a few positions that are expiring. Don't know if these people want to re-enlist or,
I've talked to Jim Casey, and I think 4 of his 5 want to be reappointed, so I had Melody add that to the agenda for next week.
oh, okay.
And,
Sorry,
Can we just look at all those next week on the agenda?
sure.
See.
yeah, but I talked to Jim, he was in training last week, so it was kind of hard to, but, yeah, he's 4 of the 5 want to be reappointed, and I think he's got a doctor on there who was vice chair who doesn't, so he's looking for another position or somebody with medical background that would want to serve. At least that gives them a quorum, because I think with losing 5, it's going to be a quorum.
That's not that big a one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put it back on.
Do you want to do anything with that? You want to add it to the agenda, or do we need to give them a response?
Just to get you.
No. What is
Well, we
it?
can look at it and decide if we want to bring it up, or if we just want to.
Probably need to add it to the agenda that you're going to discuss it, so.
That's what I'm asking, do we even need to discuss it? Is he asking? He asked us to reconsider late fees, but
We've had this issue before. People claim this all the time.
all right, you add to the agenda. I don't have a whole lot to say about it, it's just those are what they are, unfortunately.
Yeah. I agree.
File it away.
Well, no, I mean, we need to
Put it on that.
to him. Let's put it on the
right.
agenda and then we'll,
We're going about that.
yeah, and then we'll respond to it. Motion to go in closed
Do
session.
you have, hold on, do you have Road and Bridge Advisory Committee on that list? We just got an email from Eric about having somebody to appoint to it, so.
Yes.
Okay, he's got somebody, are you gonna put that on the agenda next week?
Yes.
Okay, Ed. You're not on this one. Eric's got somebody to appoint to it. If we got anybody else that's doing it all at the same
There are a
time.
couple people that wanted to come on, but
That one was a hard one. It doesn't look like it was kept track of as far as when people were appointed, when people were taken off. I think a lot of them have been on them for years and years and years. But I've tried to work with Larry on that one.
I don't think they mean much except for when we have the sales tax come up.
Because there's no really statute on that, so there's nothing that drives that. So
We don't have any bylaws that say that there's
I can look at the
term
bylaws.
limits on them. I thought we had looked at that.
Yeah, it does say 3-year terms.
well,
But when they were
on some of the
reappointed.
committees though, but there's other committees that don't have any terms.
Well, this one actually said next to the advisory,
Right.
3-year term. But when they were appointed, we don't have a listing of that.
Right, like the Parks Committee, there's no terms. So I'd like to see us address that, have terms on all the committees of either various lengths or each term is a 2-year term that alternates or something.
I think on transportation traffic with the city was, you could serve 3-3-year terms. And I ended up serving 11 years. That's all been said, you serve until you're replaced.
I think their bylaws have something about the term limits on top of all of them. We're just gonna
Yeah.
find out. We can't, it's hard to find people to replace them. It's paying them.
Well, that's fine. Sometimes we get sometimes we want people to return, and sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
So, that's the nice thing about having term limits.
I think most of them say a term limit on it.
Well, that one, the parts that he's talking about, it does say no term limit. But I'll check with Larry, we'll get copies of the bylaws, and I'll get Larry and then up here too for that meeting, so they can answer more of the questions about those committees.
I thought I had Eric send me the bylaws on that one at one time
Park
for
one.
the road and bridge. You have it?
Yes.
We meet quarterly.
Okay, so then the parks is the other one?
You talking about road and bridge safety, or?
Yes.
Yeah, there's two
I was
different
gonna say,
ones.
you're not on the.
Oh, okay. I
But
thought you
you're-
said Road and Bridge Committee and then,
There's road and bridge advisory and there's road and bridge safety.
oh,
Yeah, you're on.
All right, that's all I had to.
Anything else? I mean, we go into closed session pursuant to section 610.021 to discuss legal actions, sub 1, and personnel issues, sub 3.
Sorry.
Roll call?
Sam,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes?
Yes.
we're gonna talk about you, Jeff.
Okay, we got
Something
two
really
sets
big
of
happened.
legal.